it's been a great life so far today for the Iowa Hawkeyes. They have had 3 move on to the semifinals. They're 3 for 3 so far. And can they make it 4 for 4? Mark Perry here at 165 pounds, the number 2 seed. He'll be taking on Michael Cannon. And of course, Perry, long story, defending champ in this weight class, a 3-time All-American. And he lost Eric Tannenbaum in the finals of the Big Ten this year. Tannenbaum, as a result of that, the top seed here at 165 pounds, taking on Fay of Northern Iowa. And Nebraska and Cornell squaring up in one of the other semifinals. Right now we're going to focus in, though, guys, on Mark Perry and Michael Cannon.
Well, Mark Perry, of course, a great story. He's the nephew of John Smith, the 6-time world champion, 3-time Olympic champion, head coach of Oklahoma State, 3-time All-American and defending champ. Look, he's going after it. He's got a cradle. There's no points yet.
This is how he won his last match here in the tournament, was this inside cradle.
He's got the cradle now. That should be 2. And Mark Perry, he looked rusty in the Big Tens. He didn't look himself. He's fought injury the second half of the season, and I think he looked a little leery about his shape. Well, this will take care of shape if he gets a fall right
here.
Oh,
look at that. That is tight.
There it is.
It's over.
Wow.
You know, that is incredible, and it works right into what he wanted. He wanted to get in, get out. He's got the momentum.
And the crowd for the Iowa Hawkeyes buzzing again.
Bonus points, team race, everything going Iowa's way.
Let's look at the replay. Tim, you talked about it. He got that cradle in early.
Well, he locked it up, and then he didn't have the points yet. So he wasn't going to score until he gets control. Right here is where he got control. Hooked the leg, had the cradle. Now he readjusts, all right? He readjusts. Now he brings him over, hooks the leg. So now not only has the cradle, but he's got the other leg hooked. He's flat. Official calls it.
Boy, quickly, Mark Perry with the pin to move on, and that's bonus points, too, for the Hawkeyes in the team race.
And so, here's the guy that beat him in the Big Tens, Eric Tannenbaum, but it's been 10 days, and what has Tom Brands put Mark Perry through in the last 10 days to make the difference here, perhaps tomorrow. But let's watch Eric Tannenbaum, and he's already out in front, 2-0.
Tannenbaum taking on Moza Fay of Northern Iowa, the number 8 seed.
Tannenbaum got a big monkey off his back when he beat Perry, you know, finally beating him. He lost to him in the dual meet earlier in the year, and it was a huge victory for Eric Tannenbaum, a 3-time All-American, but he's never made it past the semis.
2 times All-American at 149 pounds. Last year, finished 4th here at 165.
What you're seeing right here is something Eric Tannenbaum has become better at in the last 2 years. It used to be his weakness on the mat. He's become very proficient. It's kind of neat to see, Jeff, when a wrestler of his caliber, All-American, determines that, hey, there's a lot of place where I can improve, and he says, I haven't won it yet, so something must be wrong, and he's done it on the mat.
Well, certainly if it goes to overtime, riding is very important, so you've got to learn how to ride, and certainly if you can ride well, you have the opportunity to turn people. So it's an important ingredient. You just can't always do it on the feet.
When you're talking about a good rider, what are some of the qualities you look for?
The ability to control your opponent's hips. If you can ground your opponent's hips or have a leverage with a hold, you can keep an opponent down. And the real key there, too, is forward pressure so your opponent's head has to get closer to the mat. If he's able to bring his head up, he can usually stand up.
And for a while there, Eric Tannenbaum was doing just what you talked about, Jeff, the forward pressure, keeping the head on the mat, but he was not able to keep it there. But, you know, just to go back to the point, the reason that he had to get better on the mat is because the great ones score from everywhere.
Yeah.
And he wants to be a great one, and this is it, because he's going into medical school, has already been accepted in medical school at Michigan next year. And he says, this is it. I want to win a national championship, get on with my life.
So how much confidence did he gain by beating Perry in the Big Ten finals? Does that transfer over into what we're going to see this weekend?
Absolutely. I mean, he feels like he can be there. And so now this is Perry's. I mean, Perry's motivated because he didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so they're on a collision course. You're looking at him, Eric Tannenbaum. one of the great Michigan wrestlers, looking to become one of the few four-time All-Americans. With a win here, he will. Moza Fay, one of the bright spots for the Northern Iowa Panthers this year, who've had a rough year as a team.
And another escape for Fay. Now it's 2-2. But a minute 53 of riding time built up through all of that by Tannenbaum. You know, I don't want to just make it an aside too, Tim, what you said earlier about Tannenbaum already being accepted into medical school. That's just a fantastic thing for a student athlete. So many times we talk about athletes, but when you talk about a student athlete, the poster child would be Eric Tannenbaum.
And for a great single leg, low shot, the poster child can be Eric Tannenbaum as well, because that was a tremendous shot to Moza Fay's right ankle. And he came across, got the other leg, and got 2 points takedown.
And that's been his tendency this whole tournament, Tim, is attacking the opponent's right leg. And here he's right back to a solid ride. Got the wrist pulled under.
Little spiral right there, but the pressure on the head. You're not going anywhere if your head's on the mat. You kind of look at their shoelaces, like I said. If shoelaces are flat, head's on the mat, hey, the other guy's winning.
Fay looked like he was going to get out, and all of a sudden Tannenbaum hooked again.
And you can tell a successful ride where they're spending as much time on the belly as they are on their base.
Stalemate called. Stalling warning for Tannenbaum. What, he wasn't working hard enough on top?
Well, no, I don't know whether I agree with that. I think Tannenbaum was working really good. He wasn't tying up both legs. He was working. I think that in this case, Moza Fay was just trying to keep from getting turned. But that's not how Dave Frisch, the official, saw it. And he warned Eric Tannenbaum. But you know what? So often they go away from what they were doing. Eric Tannenbaum should not go away from what he's doing. Keep hammering on top, but Moza Fay does a good job. Get away.